everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. Today we are picking up on a bit of a grave note. Queen Wisteria has been invited to Castle Sheba by her youngest sister, Lady Izadora, who is the current castle keeper in our original vampiric homelands. So Izadora, guys, we all know, right, that she has that evil note in her. In fact, she was the one who infected Queen Wisteria with evil thoughts when they were both young. And that's why Wisteria has grown into the person she has, although Izadora was removed from the court, early on, so she didn't have that strong of an influence later on. But even so, there's certain things that she's been pushing from behind the scenes. For example, the Blood Bowl, I'm pretty sure it was Izadora who encouraged that part of the Queen's reign because she feels as though the vampires should go back to the past, be the way they used to be, the glory days of Sheba that all of us remember and love. And among other things, right? She loves it when there's chaos in the coven. She herself cannot take part because she lives far away from them, but Izadora loves it when she hears about chaos because she thinks that is the way the vampires can prove themselves through whatever horrendous thing happens to the coven and in their queendom, right? She's not so much of a peace type of person. She likes turmoil. But because she stays at a distance, she can't cook up as much turmoil unless given reason, which she is getting right now. So let me get into this. Now, where'd Dark Queen go? Where'd Dark Queen go? She's down here somewhere. Anyways, they're in the balcony up top, and Izadora is greeting her sister, or well, not greeting, I think she's comforting her sister, if anything. In reality, Queen Wisteria, look at this, is wondering whether she should blame Izadora for her pain or herself for her pain, and she is deeply hurt currently by Izadora because of some news that Izadora has given her. Now, it is 5 a.m. on Monday currently, and if you guys remember in the previous episode, Lady Soul invited Zelda on a sudden trip to the Creature Cradle, which is right down there, and she brought along her soldiers without letting Zelda know, and as we kind of saw it play out, both the Broodmother and Zelda, our priestess, rejected Soul's idea of this campaign against Queen Wisteria. They said, no, we have no reason to turn against the Queen, we are not going to. We won't tell on you, but at the same time, don't involve us and make us your mascot, you're on your own. So that's what happened at the end of the previous episode. It is still the same kind of like night into the morning, and the Queen hasn't just arrived here. She's actually been here for the past few hours. That's because Izadora lives up on this hill in Forgotten Hollow, right? So she can see everything that happens in the valley below, in the little settlement below, but also she has her own group of spies and messengers because in essence she's like the lady of this place, right? The Forgotten Hollow. So she is well aware of anything that comes in and out of Forgotten Hollow. She's very alert when it comes to those things, and she's also really good with gossip, things that servants talk about, getting pieces of news from here and there. So she was, as usual, super alert because, again, he is always, up on the wind, and she's looking for any slip-up that anyone has, really, that'll give her a chance to cook up something, which she's now gotten. But essentially, she was going about her usual day, and then she noticed a group of soldiers moving through Forgotten Hollow, in her mind, her territory. So, I mean, Soul yes, might have snuck her soldiers in, but at the same time, I think it was a bit naive of Sol to think that nobody would notice those soldiers. Or maybe if we didn't have someone as sinister as Izadora being the castle keeper, they might not have noticed. But Izadora specifically keeps an eye out for those things because she likes using them against people. And so she noticed there were soldiers moving through here, and a large, in her mind, number or figures that she recognized as being soldiers who were posted elsewhere, so she couldn't understand why they would be here. And then she also, through servants, rumors, messengers, bats, whatever magic she uses, she found out that Zelda and Soul are visiting the brood mother together and with these soldiers. So that's the news she's got. Immediately, she sent a messenger to Queen Wisteria to come to Forgotten Hollow, invited her to the castle, and while they were at the castle together, she kind of told Wisteria her cooked up version of what is actually happening. So, yes, she has some facts in that Sol was there with Zelda visiting the Broodmother with the soldiers, but she didn't clarify what was actually going on and the fact that Sol failed to rally the crowd, right? She didn't verify that, but she told a cooked up version to Queen Wisteria, and she told Wisteria that it pains me to say this, but unfortunately, our beloved sister Zelda Salazar has decided to put up arms against the Queen, and that Zelda has betrayed the Coven, and that she is actually has gathered soldiers and is leading a campaign to overthrow Queen Wisteria. So we've seen all of these sisters have their differences beforehand, but nobody's ever thought. And look, Wisteria is just hurt. She's sad. She's distraught by this news. And she knows she and Zelda have not been on good terms sometimes, but that doesn't mean that you would go against vampiric tradition, right? Well, Izadora is telling her, unfortunately, there's no better proof than this. They're trying to rally people against you, and Zelda has decided that she wants to be the new queen. She's not going to put up with your tyranny anymore because she thinks everything you're doing to make the vampires grand again, that's the mark of a tyrant, and she wants to take you down. And at this point, Wisteria's buying it because, I mean, what is she supposed to think? She saw the proof that Izadora had. Izadora was smart. She made sure to invite Wisteria over when Sol and Zelda and the soldiers, they were still there. So the queen was anxiously waiting, and then as they all moved out after they got rejected, which these two don't know, after they got rejected, I think Sol left with her troops, but as they left, the queen saw that, and she also saw Zelda leave to go back to Castle Wisteria. So in her mind, okay, Izadora would not go ahead and make this huge of like a deal and invent something like this because it has serious repercussions for the Coven. And everything she's seeing in front of her eyes, it's just pointing to the story that Izadora is telling her, which is Zelda has gone rogue. She's going to take you down. She wants to be the new queen. You need to do something about her. So this is where our story has gone. Now, the queen, she needs to move quickly. She needs to move fast. She can't dilly-dally because that is going to spell trouble. So she's thinking about what to do. She's discussing it with Izadora right here. Izadora, no doubt, is giving her sister some important pointers. So we need to see what's gonna happen, what's gonna go down. But I think the queen is ready to head back to the castle and make some serious moves, guys. Right, it is 8:30 a.m. on Monday, so we are still going on a roll from the previous kind of incident that we had with Queen Wisteria and Izadora. Now, the Queen is still over at Forgotten Hollow discussing the specifics of what she has to do with her sister because right now that's the only one she can trust. She doesn't know how many people Zelda has turned against her, so she's sticking with Izadora for now while she figures things out. Meanwhile, in reality, we have Sol, who obviously isn't in league with Lady Rowan and with Lady Zelda because they rejected her. And she has decided to enlist the help of Lady Zora, alchemist, and return to the Dragonarium. So at this point, I think Souls realized that she is completely on her own. There is no overtaking Wisteria. There is no down with the queen, because what's the point if we don't have a new queen to speak in our to speak out interests? So she's decided the only way to go about this is to destroy the demon that is Antonio. They must destroy Antonio on their own, right? And get rid of any trace of this demonic power. So she went back to the castle. She chatted with Zora and she begged and begged and begged Zora to help her. They've had a decent relationship so far. Really, they haven't had cause to be upset with each other over anything, even though Zora is really good friends with Wisteria. Zora is also a kind person at heart, and I think Soul's appealing to that kindness and saying, Zora, you don't have very long to live. In fact, I think Zora's already gotten her notification that she's gonna be dying soon, like her time's almost up. So this is really her last chance to make up for anything she feels as though she's been lacking, and also to stand up for people just like, some of the vampires stood up for her. And Zelda always had an issue with her, right? Wisteria was the one who stood up for her, so and defended Zora and changed things for the alchemist. So this is a tough spot to Zora, like for Zora to be in, but at the same time she knows it's wrong for them to dabble in demonic magic. So she is wanting to help Soul out, maybe just this once. And also, even though the queen stood up for her, the queen does view Zora as a tool, and she used Zora to kill all of the ambassadors, and that wasn't something that Zora wanted to do or something that she's proud of. In fact, it haunts her a little bit from time to time. So she sees this as a chance to potentially redeem herself. Now, Lady Soul, can she get her soldiers? She is going to kind of call her soldiers in from wherever they were. She's going to call all of them in. Slowly they're trickling by. She's going to make sure that they are kind of covered once they get inside the Dragonarium. But there we go. One by one, her men are going on in, and they're going to bear witness, essentially, to this act. Now, Soul has decided that she's going to take responsibility for all of this. She's told Zora that she is gonna try her best to protect Zora, in that Zora's part in this whole ordeal will not be divulged to anyone. Obviously the soldiers know, but they're loyal to Soul, and if Soul says that Zora, we need to protect her and make sure that nobody knows she was here, I think they'll follow along. So there's no risk in that regard. All Zora has to do, according to Soul, is help her take down this demon, and then she can go back to the castle and be none the wiser, and Soul will take all of the blame. She's happy to take all of the blame at this point. Should anything happen, obviously they don't know that Wisteria is aware of what was going on. So Soul is going to engage in a battle with Antonio, and look, their relationship is terrible right now. So what she's discussed with Zora, and they're gonna talk about it a little bit more right now. She's saying, it's okay, I'm tough, I can do this. Have faith in me. Have faith in me, I can do this. Zora is letting her know how they can take down this demon. As far as Zora is aware, and what her studies have led to, is that this demonic creation has a lot of rage inside it, a lot of pent-up anger and frustration at the world, which fuels some of its power. And if Soul can use her vampiric abilities, aka win a fight, to weaken this demon a little bit, then Zora can cast a spell that overwhelms the demon with its own anger and kill it that way. So we need Soul to go ahead and get into a battle with, she's gonna have a vampiric duel with the demon, and Zora is gonna be right there with her, so that when this demon is weakened, we can go ahead and sort that out. So come on, time to move. Now at this point, we're gonna use a little bit of extra powers, right? We're gonna cheat up Soul's needs whenever we need to, so that her vampiric energy. We'll see, we'll see. I was gonna say that maybe Soul gives her something that keeps her energy up while she's in this battle, but maybe not. Maybe not. So Soul's gonna go in. She is going to battle this demon. Her needs were pretty good when she came, but really we don't know how this is gonna happen. Maybe she doesn't have any sort of protection and she's kind of just going in there thinking this is gonna be it for her. She's either gonna get caught, something's gonna happen, or she's gonna die in this battle. Maybe that's what she's thinking. She may just die in this battle with the demon and just not survive. So she's going ahead. She is going to battle Antonio, and she needs to weaken him. She needs to win a fight so that Zora can cast her spell and save everyone. I mean, this is the only trace of demonic magic power that we have right now, and if she can't stop Wisteria, she can at least stop whatever monster she's created. So Zora needs to come here. Come on, Zora. You need to be here for this, honey. You need to be here for this. Oh my goodness, I don't know if things are going... Yes, okay. She's defeated the demon. We can kind of see he's weakened, and this is going to give Zora a chance to cast her spell. So now that the demon is weakened, he was on his knees, we're going to go ahead and get Zora. See, look, even the soldiers are here, backing them up in case they need anything. She's going to go ahead and she's going to cast Enragio. She's going to cast the spell that is going to defeat this creature. So here she goes. And let's have a look. What is happening? Did that work? That did not work on him. Was she not able to cast his spell? We need to try again. Come on, you can do it. Try again. Okay, she's casting his spell. It's not working. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working. Okay, they need a backup plan. So I'm sure Zora would have told Soul that there's no guarantee this is gonna work because she's only studied in theories. It's not like she's Zelda. Zelda would know how to actually take this thing down. She's just assuming this is how you might. So unfortunately that hasn't worked. Obviously you can't turn the demon's anger against the demon. So every time she fails with one type of spell, Soul has to battle this demon again and weaken it again. Because when they fail, the demon will absorb whatever energy Zora's spell had and strengthen itself. So the next spell won't work. Okay. I'm so sorry, honey. Soul is, at this point, ready to lay down her life to make sure this thing doesn't endanger her troops. So she is gonna get into another battle with Antonio. And here they go. Now Zora is right over here, ready for whenever she gets that chance. Now, unfortunately, she doesn't have her... she doesn't have a wand with her, which, again, obviously issues with the game constantly. Oh, no. I feel like Soul's weakened. Nope. Okay, look at that. Soul is a tough cookie, okay? Soul's a tough cookie. Okay, she got that, she weakened the demon again. So, Zora, now's your chance. Let's see. This time around, she is going to try and electrocute this demon. Okay, she's going to try to electrocute this demon, and we'll see if that works. Maybe sizzle it, burn it, use the elements. So, here we go. Come on, don't, yes, you witnessed the fight. Come on, it's your turn. This is a two-person fight. And I don't know, this demon is like protected from everything. It is literally protected from everything. Look at it. It's doing fine. Like it's not even a hint of anything to destroy it, unfortunately. No, it's getting electrocuted. Okay, I think this time around it may have worked. I think it may have worked, guys. Yep, there we go. So her spell worked. She managed to take all of that demonic and vampiric energy that was around. Like, she managed to take all of the energy that was floating around them in the heat of their battle, and she turned it against the demon, and she has managed to slay the demon. They have both managed to slay the demon. Okay, that is excellent. And oh my goodness, you need to go inside. Actually, you need to save your troops because I think your troops are dying at this point. Can we go inside? Troopies, go inside, go inside. I don't know what's going on with Jamie, but he is sizzling well and truly. Thoroughly sizzling, I might add. Okay, well, here's Antonio. Now, Zora obviously is weeping because, again, she has killed someone, but I think she's also weeping because at this point, this is like her redemption for killing all of those ambassadors who she really doesn't feel should have died. They have managed to slay the abomination that was Antonio and hopefully make things better for the troops here. Okay, Major, I really don't want you to kind of get into trouble. Now, Sol is going to tell all of her troops who are free now from this madness. I mean, obviously they have to return to their posts, but she's going to take all of the blame for them. They're free from hopefully whatever evil was going on here, and they won't become just like Antonio, so she's going to get them to disperse and actually return before anyone gets wind and before, you know, they will get punished for this. Now, she also needs Zora's help to destroy this portal and this place. I mean, I don't know if they'll be able to destroy the portal itself, but they need to do something because as long as that thing, that device is like existing, Zelda might be able to recreate whatever Antonio was. So she is gonna wrap up this last bit of the Dragonarium and this evil kind of machination right over here, this evil place before she leaves. As the final step of their very long and arduous battle, Zora is casting some final spells to destroy and cover up the portals so that no one can get access to them again. So as you can see, the doors to the two chambers that Zelda was testing devil magic in, they've been completely covered up by rubble, so you can't really get through. And if we look inside the chambers, she has used some magic so that the portal itself is completely destroyed. You can see a little bit of it back here, but really that's not enough to work with. She has completely covered them up from this side. You've got kind of rubble and rock everywhere. Bits of the portal have fallen off. She has some like vines and some thorns that have grown out of the portal to try and, or from the ground, to try and cover up the portal as a like deterrent for people. Same thing on this end. You can see there's bits and pieces lying on the ground. We have thorns that are blocking the way and like rocks, rubble itself that is making it so that the portal is not functional anymore. And oh my goodness, no. No. Wendell! Wendell, you can't die, my boy! Oh no! Is this gonna be our one casualty? Darn it, I'm not happy. I'm not happy! Oh no, Wendell! We haven't even bred Wendell. I was excited for that. Oh no! Wendell's like my favorite. He and Major are my favorite. We haven't even had the chance to breed him. Don't tell me my favorite Simmy's gonna die. No! I think Wendell's dying, guys. I don't think we can save him. Wendell! I guess there was some sort of magic still here that unfortunately killed Wendell. I am so distraught, guys. Like, Antonio, okay, that was sad, but honestly, I wasn't nearly as sad for Antonio as I am for Wendell. Like, Wendell was one of my favorites. Can we not revive you? Oh no, Wendell. Wendell, why'd you stay here? We sent everyone back. You know what, guys? I think Wendell was just being the faithful soldier. He did not want to leave his champion behind. He was going to stay here and be on guard, even though all the other soldiers left, so that they could get out safely, and unfortunately that cost him his life. Wendell, I'm so sad. Oh no. I really liked Wendell. He was, I think, Narcissus' youngest boy. Yeah, Queen Narcissus' youngest boy. That was generations ago. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I had high hopes for him. I really wanted to breed him at some point in the future, but we've lost out on his genes now. This just breaks my heart. This absolutely breaks my heart. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, that was a casualty. That was a casualty of this battle. And so as they leave, Zora's going to do the same thing up here. She's going to completely destroy the structure, and she's probably going to cover it up with rocks so that really no one can get through to it. And chances are she's going to enchant that rock so that you really can't break through and get it. She's going to cover this place up completely with rock and overgrowth so that it's like another forgotten part of the Dragonarium. Another ruin that people hopefully won't access. And what is going on with the Grim Reaper? Is something haunting you? I hope it's Wendell, because you took Wendell from us like way before you were supposed to. Honestly, Grimmy. Honestly. But, okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.